All right, everybody, we are back. It is Scene One, Take Three, episode 16. Actually, I mistyped it in our description. We are on episode 16 this week. We have gone from Godzilla and Friends to a special retrospective on Jonah Hill and Friends. Me and Jim have been talking behind the scenes from time to time, talking about Jonah Hill and how we really love what he's done, and he's been nominated for 2 Oscars and just all kinds of stuff. So let's just run over Jonah Hill's career. Let's just see what he's been up to, because I'm sure there's things that we don't know about. He's been in a ton of fantastic movies. He's an amazing actor, and away we go. I am Tom Hutchison. We're back. It is Scene One, Take Three. Cohorts behind the scenes. Jim E. Noble.
And away we go.
Just don't ask him about his wiener. And third wheel in his PJs, Mr. David Fought.
What up? What up, punks?
Went very 80s right there.
Food.
Word up, man.
Word up, man.
Totally rad. Tubular, dude.
Super 80s moment. There's Mr.
Great,
Smithers
man.
is here. What's going on, Mr. Smithers?
Hello.
Hello.
Young fella.
How are you?
Very good. Very good. Very good. We Jim finally caught up to my my weird movie quote last week with a little help from guest star Chris Mowry. It was super fun talking Godzilla with Chris. After the show, we just kind of were in the back green room and hanging out, and Chris was like, "Yeah, man, that was super fun. Let's like do that again." And I'm like, "Yeah, cool." So he's gonna come back when we talk stuff like just 80s movies, TV stuff like that. Chris is going to be back next week or not next week, but at some point we're going to get him back to come on, because next week we have something else already planned, and we'll talk about that later in the show. For show, as we bring it back to Mr. Jonah Hill. I think I had to go over Jonah's career a little bit, because I knew a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things that he's in that he's very background, that I had no idea who was in. He was actually in The Simpsons too. Jim, he played a guy. He played a character, I guess, in 2009 on an episode called Pranks and Greens, which I haven't seen, so I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that's a note to Franks and Beans from Something About Mary.
Or it might be a throwback to Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, see, now we have to know. Pranks and Greens. Pranks and
Google.
Greens.
How could we Google?
Bart meets the boy responsible for the greatest prank in Springfield elementary history and discovers that he's now a 19-year-old loser. Meanwhile, Marge is scolded for providing unhealthy snacks for Maggie's playgroup. So I have no idea. I have no idea where Pranks and Greens came from. But
is this Simpsons on Disney Plus? I think.
Yes.
So I have to watch it.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Season 21, episode 6, also known as episode LAB F18.
LA Beef.
Simpsons episodes have weird names. They have weird production codes.
Apparently.
Yeah.
What does it stand for?
I don't know.
This is your world right now.
Simpsons episodes have always been like that. Like they're like, it's been like that since the beginning. I don't know. I think James L. Brooks explained it once in a commentary, but I was just like, I don't care about this.
Yeah.
But so going back to things that we didn't know that Jonah Hill was in.
Yes.
Grandma's Boy. I totally forgot about Grandma's Boy.
Oh crap, me too.
Because when I think of Grandma's Boy, I think of 2 people specifically. I think obviously the main character and Nick what's his name? Nick Swanson.
Yeah, Nick Swanson.
Yeah.
Damn it. That was a shock to me. I'll have to go back and watch Grandma's Boy. I haven't seen it in a while.
Jonah Hill was in that movie, and then the year later he was in 4 films, 3 of which he's basically, for the most part, almost the same character. And except that he's Schroeder,
Yeah.
Shermanator. Sherman.
What?
I literally watched it today. Sherman Schrader, that's his name. He was
Sherman Schrader.
in Accepted.
Accepted. Yeah.
Now that's probably what he's most memorable for early on as the wiener guy. Ask me about my wiener. Please ask me about my wiener. Why don't you ask me about my wiener? He was also in
Oh yeah, because that was that's funny because I had only recently seen Accepted. And so I thought that it was an after Superbad movie, but Superbad actually came later. So his whole career to me is kind of really weird because I always am catching these pieces of like, where was this? How was this? Like Accepted was 2006. I mean, that was 14 years ago, for God's sake.
Dude.
I remember I specifically remember just the trailers for that they would air on daytime TV every day, and every trailer it was literally the same thing of ask me about my wiener. Yep. It was like the marketed thing for like that's like the biggest gag of the movie. That's what they're gonna that's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna sell you on. Is Jonah Hill as a giant hot dog.
Me and Christy would go like during the summer. We'd go watch movies, and every damn movie that summer we went and saw, they had that trailer at the beginning. I swear, every time I'd be like, I'd tell Chris like, oh shit, there's that damn Jonah Hill trailer again. And it's like, show me your wiener. I'm like, oh my God. And it was literally every movie I went to. So yeah, they marketed the hell out of that.
I have no recollection of it, like zero.
Oh wow.
But here's the funny part. So it came on, it's on Netflix now. And so it came on Netflix and I was like, I'm eating lunch and I'm like, oh shit, that's got Jonah Hill in it. I'll watch that for this week because of whatever. So I'm watching it and I'm like, what the fuck? Justin Long is in this because I love Justin Long too. He's fantastic. I'm like, how have I not seen this? And then I'm watching it and I'm like, I've seen this. I know I've seen this. Like I'm feeling all the deja vu that I've seen this movie, but I have no idea what this movie is. So yeah, it was good. I mean, it was funny. It was very cliche.
Yeah,
you know,
playing the dean
was great.
Hilarious. That Lewis Black being Lewis Black, basically.
Yes,
that's all he does in everything. He is Lewis Black. Yes,
you're a bunch of suckers.
Yeah, it's like even when he was on the Big Bang Theory and he was like the entomologist, and he's like, I got the cockroach. It's named after me. You know, it's like, yeah, he's just Lewis Black. He's funny as hell, but he's just Lewis Black. It also has Blake Lively in it. The main chick is Blake Lively, who is Deadpool's wife now.
Yeah.
And what's really crazy about that movie is the year before that, he was known as the eBay customer, the goldfish guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah. He wanted those boots, man.
Which is like a 3-minute character.
Yep.
And literally, I want to know this character's story. Like, I need to know, did he get the boots? Did he understand eBay? Did he, I want this movie. I want that movie as much as I want the McLovin movie. You know,
you really want McLovin? Just McLovin himself?
I just want McLovin, dude. Yeah. I just want McLovin.
See, what they should have done, they should have tried to go like the Police Academy route, right? Where it's McLovin at the Police Academy, and then Seth Rogen and Bill Hader.
You see, you just wrote it. You just wrote it, and he's like helping it. He's like helping McLovin get through all the tests and everything. Yes. Dude, you just wrote the movie.
Hollywood, call me up. I got the if you don't want to do the McLovin standalone movie, we can do a crossover with the Police Academy franchise because that's coming back, and just do a Police Academy 7, and we'll do a Police Academy 7 McLovin. I'm McLovin it.
Dude, don't break my heart. Don't tell me there's not really a Police Academy 7 coming, is there?
I just pitched it, so Hollywood call me.
I thought you meant real life.
I am
listen,
ready.
Steve Gutenberg is doing nothing.
He's doing content.
So if someone knocks on the door, then the answer is yes, it's happening.
I would find out. To see a Passover.
You find out Steve Gutenberg is the father of McLovin, and he's like, God damn it, I'm tired of your shenanigans. You're going to the Police Academy. Michael Winslow shows up. Not Michael Winslow. Is it Michael Winslow? Michael Winslow. Sound effects. He's sound effects guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still alive. Yeah. It's Tackleberry that's dead. Tackleberry's gone.
Tackleberry's dead. And Hooks.
And Hooks. Yeah, I was just gonna say, and Hooks we just lost not long ago too. Yeah. Tackleberry and Hooks are both gone. And I think the
I didn't know that.
I mean, he was old then. The lead guy, the main commandant guy. The
Oh
older
yeah,
dude.
yeah. He's definitely
the other
dead.
one.
The Punky Brewster dude.
He almost he looked like he was gonna die in like the 5th movie. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
when they went to Miami,
And then
it was like, here, just walk around in a couple scenes and hold this camera.
yeah.
The 40-year-old virgin, man. I literally just watched that last night when I was sorting
Yeah.
comic books. It's such a ridiculous movie.
It's great.
But like I feel like it is. It's I relate to that so much, like so much, just to that character.
Don't we all?
Like outside of the video games, which I don't play video games really, but like I painted miniatures. Like I didn't have an Asia poster, but I did have a Vixen poster framed.
Crap, dude.
Like I so relate to everything in that movie, and my friends were like going to the clubs and to the bars and like, dude, come with us, and I'm just like, fuck no, man. And it's like, yeah, it's it's too real for me. It's just too real. But it's really funny. And the the Jonah Hill part is fantastic.
Oh,
that would be one of the things that I'd ask him if I ever met him. Like, did you take those boots home, dude? I know you have those props. Like, that's a prop of a lifetime. I really hope you have them on a shelf somewhere. Those are fantastic.
And that's a movie which, with its sequels, it didn't focus on Steve Carell. The Knocked Up was a Seth Rogen movie, and This Is 40 was a Paul Rudd movie. So it was just like, and all Judd Apatow.
Mm-hmm.
Which you can thank. So basically, if it wasn't for Judd Apatow, you probably wouldn't. Well, I'm sure he would have shown up in other movies, but kind of gave Jonah Hill his start for the most part.
Yeah, and I never saw Grandma's Boy. I know what it is, but I've never seen it.
Tom.
Oh, dude.
Tom.
Oh my God.
Mm-mm.
Stop the show. Stop it right now. Go watch this movie.
Oh my God.
You'll love it. It's great. It's about a video game designer. It's about everything you don't do. It's about a video game designer.
Yeah, it's oh my God.
And it's got the mom from Everybody Loves Raymond playing his grandmother.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking at the poster right now.
Dude. It's like a National Lampoon poster.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's the most successful Happy Madison film that doesn't involve Adam Sandler.
Yep.
Okay, I was gonna say that can't possibly be his best ever movie, but no, that makes sense. That makes sense. So that's and then we run. So then it's Click, where he just played. He played young Adam Sandler, right? Or was it? Or was Ben? I was gonna say, is that his kid? Was Ben Newman his kid?
Maybe,
because it says Ben Newman at 17 years old. So I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's his son. That's his son.
Hey,
plays his 17-year-old son.
Okay. Oh, right, because they had like a time shift in that movie.
Yeah,
because it just says it's a cameo. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Knocked Up.
Well, and something in between all of there's two things in between those things. 10 items or less, which I don't know what that is.
Never heard
American
of that.
comedy drama. It's got Morgan Freeman, shot in 15 days.
It sounds like one of those film festival movies.
It looks exactly like a film festival movie. Yeah. And then something called Rocket Science, which again looks like a film festival movie.
I'm looking at that poster now, and everybody that it's listed, it's just like, I don't know any of these guys. None of these guys are nobody.
Yeah. Wow. No, literally, I don't know any of these names. Not a single one. Jeffrey Blitz, Reese Thompson, Anna Kendrick sounds vaguely familiar.
Oh, Anna Kendrick.
That's the broad from Pitch Perfect.
Oh, that's her. Okay,
that's her.
That's the only one that stood out. Aaron Yu, Vincent Piazza. I don't know who these people are.
Oh.
And then Knocked Up again. This is one of these that he's not like the main dude.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've only seen pieces of this. I can't do much with this movie.
Which one?
Knocked Up. Yeah, I don't mind Seth Rogen really, which is really strange because he's like the opposite of me in every capacity. But overall, when I see a Rogen movie, it's usually okay.
He's a really good writer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a lot of good comedies. Super bad.
Super bad.
So super bad. So this
Superbad
one
was
said-
not Seth Rogen directed.
No, it was written by him.
Or, I mean, written. Did he really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thought he did.
Pretty sure.
Directed by
let's see.
Apatow, or directed by Matola.
It was
Jonah
written by
Hill.
Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yep.
No shit.
I think that was his first movie writing credit. Was that movie? I think so. That would be Jonah Hill's third interaction with Seth Rogen, and I'm sure at that point they're like buddy, which we'll discuss a little bit later as we go through the years here.
Yeah.
because-
Yeah. Then we also had Evan Almighty, which brought him back to Steve Carell.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Steve Carell. Although I don't think it was a breakout. I don't think it was a leading or supporting role in that movie.
No. He was just another. But again, it was. It's interesting to watch these guys run in circles. You know,
Yeah.
like Carell always connects back to the Anchorman dudes, and they all just kind of have this huge Venn diagram of like being in each other's movies like all the time, even if it's just a little thing. I mean, even on The Office, you know, Steve Carell had him on The Office.
Yeah.
You know, when he left the show. So it's really interesting to watch these guys link up and keep doing things. And it's the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, right? Except it's the 6 degrees of like all of these dudes.
Yeah.
And where does it go to? Because they all connect so many times. And really most of the time in legitimately good things. Like it's very rare that any of this stuff like tanks, which is, you know, I don't know how to even explain that. I mean, it always does at least marginally well. It's like I'm looking at this list outside of the weird, like,
Indie films.
The festival things. Most of this stuff was successful. Like really quickly, the Dewey Cox story, maybe not so much.
Yeah.
Well, the Dewey Cox story brought him back to Judd Apatow, who was the producer, and that is the second film that he's in that he's with Justin Long.
Yep.
Justin Long's he's a Beatle in that movie. Who was he? I think he was he
He's a
Harrison?
Beatle.
George Harrison.
Wasn't he? I think.
And then
I barely saw. I remember Evan Almighty. I liked it. There was a sequel that was not great.
no, Bruce Almighty was the original.
No, sorry, this was the sequel. That's right. Bruce Almighty was the first. Evan was the second one. This one was not so great. It was kind of funny, but it was not great.
There's definitely a big flop on here that we're about to get to.
Oh.
Because I don't know what the hell HJ Train is. It sounds like Handjob Train. I don't know what that is.
Well, yeah, it's not even on this list that I have. It's not even clickable as a thing.
It's a short film, and he played Slick Rubbin.
Oh,
it sounds like a.
It sounds like they did something out of Superbad, and they were like, "Hey, let's go do, let's do something from Superbad."
This next film, which Tom, I don't think you've seen it. David, you may have seen this. Strange Wilderness.
Oh hell yeah! Yep. Yeah,
Strange Wilderness it's a hilarious film, but it was a big flop.
It was fucking hilarious.
It's another Happy Madison or Happy Gilmore. Yeah, Happy Madison production. Steve Zahn's in it, Jeff Garland's in it. And this is the third movie with Justin Long and Jonah Hill together.
Yeah, I forgot about Jonah Hill being in that one.
Yeah, I'm looking at the poster. What do? Do they go find Bigfoot? Because I see Bigfoot's shadow.
They're like a Animal Planet like TV show, right? Like there's scenes where like, hey, look at the shark and he's got a funny face. And like,
look at the dork shark.
Yeah.
Because he has like teeth. Yeah, I agree, Thomas. It's great.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's a great bad movie.
Yeah.
Because
like their running joke throughout the whole movie. They go back to the shark. They're like, oh, look, there's the dork shark again.
What's his name?
Yeah.
Even old classic actors in there. Ernest Borgnine.
Yes.
Ernest Borgnine's in this movie, and I want to say it was like pretty close to like one of his last movies that he was in. And
so here it is. It tells the story of crew members of the nature show heading to Ecuador to investigate a Bigfoot sighting in order to keep the show from being canceled. The film received negative reviews and was a box office bomb, making less than $7 million against a $20 million budget.
I mean,
Damn.
it made over 700% more than its Pat.
Oh,
Oh my god. Yeah. No, I mean that looks like something I'd watch if I ever was like, look at the cast. I mean that's
It's
a
a good
movie.
cast.
yeah, it's good.
I think it's worth watching. If you like those
Yeah.
people, you'll like this movie.
I'll
Sunday
look for it. I've
morning.
literally never heard of it before.
Oh.
But yeah, it's funny. It's one of these things. It's like I usually like Jonah Hill. I usually like Seth Rogen. I usually like Justin Long. But I never know what the hell they're doing. Like I never have this like train of thought of like, what's the next Justin Long movie? Like I don't know.
Right.
He's just in a movie now. Like oh okay, there it is.
4.5.
It's like I remember he was in one of the Die Hard movies. Like he's just in Die Hard now. Like okay,
the fourth one.
yeah, I think it was the fourth one.
Live Free or Die Hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one of Kevin Smith.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just like okay, he's just in Die Hard now. All right, fine. That's fine. That's fine.
That works.
And then but his next movie leads him into voice acting, which I guess he took off decently in.
Sure. And this doesn't make any this doesn't surprise me at all that he does voice acting. He's got a number of voice acting things on here.
The thing with animation and a lot of especially when it's like a Dr. Seuss, so he's in Horton Hears a Who.
Yeah.
You're guaranteed that movie's going to make money because you take kids to the movie. What are you taking them to? You taking them to go see Live Free or Die Hard? Are you taking them to see Horton Hears a Who? You're going to take them to the animation movie. Very rarely do you see those animation films bomb.
Yeah, it made $300 million on a budget of 85.
God.
And that's back to Steve Carell right there. Steve Carell was also in that movie.
Yep.
I can honestly say I did not see this movie. I read the book. I think we all read the book.
You read the book. I don't know if that qualifies as like, hey, I read the book, man.
I read the book. I know what happens. He hears a who. It says it in the title. I don't need to see this movie.
The title gave it away.
It's like your book report. It's like, so I read Horton Hears the Who. So what was it about? Well, there's a who, and Horton heard it.
See, elephant got these really big ears, and they happen to hear.
Give me the A. I just need the A,
man.
Give me the A.
Give me the A.
I think it's one of those movies where it really takes off from the book and adds a bunch of shit that
it does.
I would assume because the book is 8 pages and mostly pictures.
It's like taking a totally rad comic and turning it into a movie.
That's right. Violet Hears a Who.
Violet does a who.
Violet Hears a Who.
And then he got typecasted as being the fat weird guy in some of these movies.
Well, that's because he was the fat weird guy when he was in this period of time.
Yeah, so Forgetting Sarah Marshall, he's the weird guy working at the resort, and he's the Aldous Snow fan. And actually, the Get Him to the Greek movie, he was supposed to play that same character, but then they're like, nah, let's do a different character because that character would be weird to carry a movie. Because it would just be Jonah Hill sucking up to Russell Brand the whole time. Let's see, this next one, Just Add Water. That
feels like a festival movie.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito as a gas station owner and Justin Long as a
God, Justin Long again. Yeah.
As a meth dealer. Well, this is the 4th Justin Long movie in 4 years that he's in with Jonah Hill. I've never seen this movie, but I'm sold that Danny DeVito and Justin Long are in it.
I have to watch that.
What the fuck is this? It's 95 minutes long, and there's no box office thing. It doesn't even say where it was released.
Oh my God.
Release date June 17th, 2008, but there's no details.
Day after my birthday.
Huh.
Oh, damn.
Interesting.
More
There's
Justin Long. Crazy.
Remember
Ray's mother and sister die after they fight over his mother's secret lemon meringue pie recipe. After their funeral, his mother's lawyer gives Ray his share of the mother's legacy, including the recipe. He gives the legacy to Eddie for his college expenses, but as he says, he's working for the local teenage meth baron, Dirk.
Yes.
I don't know if I can watch that Justin Long movie.
That
seems.
I kind of want to watch this. He plays his character's name is Spoonie.
I'm way more interested in Strange Wilderness than Just Add Water.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Okay.
I wonder where you could even find this movie. I don't even know if there's a DVD or nothing.
There's a DVD of everything.
Oh, yeah.
How much you have to pay for it is a different story.
eBay.
You know, but yeah, for the most part, you know, like it's like somebody, we were talking about camp movies the other day on the Camp Rad Dog page, and somebody brought up a movie called Moonlight. What's it called?
Moonlight
something, and it had Ed Norton in it and stuff. And so
wow.
I went and saw the trailer, and I was like, "This is really weird." It's a festival movie, like it's a festival movie. But I'm like, "This is really weird," but I kind of want to watch it. And so I went on eBay, and like, you know, they're like $15 for the DVD or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, it's fine, it's not bad. But sometimes you go on and you're like, yeah, remember that movie Dutch with Al Bundy in it?
God,
and you're and you're like, hell yeah, let me go find that. And it's like $50 because you know,
really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
Because there's no Blu-ray. It's not. There's no current release, and so if you find the DVD, it's like going into the Disney archives. You know, it's like fuck. You got Dutch on DVD. You can mint that.
That's Ed O'Neill in his prime. Like he was making all that Married with Children money, and he probably didn't even want to do a movie. And they're like, "We'll pay you this much." And he's like, "All right, I'll fucking do your Christmas movie."
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
My stepbrother to have a DVD copy of that, so we'd watch it once in a while.
Moonlight Mile, Thomas says. Moonlight Mile. That sounds right.
Moonlight Mile.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Oh no, Moonrise Kingdom. This was it. Moonrise Kingdom.
Moonrise.
Now, Moonlight Mile might be a thing, but Moonrise Kingdom, that was it. That was the Ed Norton movie. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
For show. I love Superbad, by the way. For show. The only thing missing from Superbad is Justin Long. I think that's the only thing.
Yeah.
Well, he was too busy playing a meth head in Danny DeVito's movie. He was Spoonie.
He was making lemon meringue pies for Spoonie or whatever.
Not in Superbad time. That's 2007. That's not Superbad. That's
Jeepers Creepers.
Bad Water is it's a year. It's only a year later. So yeah, maybe.
Well, Jonah Hill was in all those movies, so
he did have he had a cameo in it, didn't he? Yeah. Yeah. He had a cameo on Jeepers Creepers too, because he was like running inside of the bus going.
He's got a few cameo things. Like in fact, his next movie is Night at the Museum, but he's uncredited. He's like not even credited as being.
Damn.
He's credited as Brundon, which I'm assuming is probably
right. But as far as like credits for when it says uncredited, it means if you're watching the credits, you won't see his name. Yeah. Like he's in Django and you don't see his name because he's just he's just
Baghead number 2.
Yeah, he's KKK. Yeah,
which
right, exactly.
Yeah. No, he's literally credited as Baghead number 2.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's funny.
I tried looking up who Baghead number 1 is because I was like, well, if Jonah Hill's number 2, who's number 1? But there's no number 1. But I guess because the main guy was
number 1. Yeah,
was the owner of the ranch, and what's his name? Guy from Miami Vice, that guy.
Don Johnson.
Don Johnson, yeah, he was Baghead number 1.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh, see, now here we go. This is why I didn't buy the DVD when I found it. Moonrise Kingdom. I was like, oh, okay, I found it, and then I found out it's a Wes Anderson movie, and I was like. Fuck you! You're not getting me. I just watched Monster Hunter. You are not getting me. So I'm gonna have to see if I can watch this movie free first.
You're thinking of Paul Anderson.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. The other Anderson.
No, I do that all the time. Like I'm like, oh, it's Wes Anderson.
Immediately I saw that and I was like, that's that crappy director guy.
Yeah, Wes Anderson is the one that Isle Dog. He does, but Wes Anderson does some other weird shit too.
I don't mind weird stuff. Weird stuff is fine. I just don't want crappy video game stuff.
He used to do Simpson shit back in the day.
Yep.
That's
Wes Anderson.
I can't believe I saw Wes Anderson and thought he was Monster Hunter. That's
no, hysterical. I do that all the time because I'm like,
that
Wes
is
Anderson isn't evil. What? And I'm like, no, it's Paul Anderson.
And then you got Bruno. But it's not available. I'm guessing he's just like a celebrity that they passed.
He was in Bruno?
Well, according to this, it just says he was a producer.
Oh, well then.
Holy shit.
I guess Sacha Baron Cohen really needed some money.
Bruno.
Oh, wait. Jonah Hill didn't have any money at that time. What the hell is he doing producing Bruno? Yeah. How much money did he throw in? Like
associate producer. It says associate producer. He was like, I got $100. What can I get? What can I get for $100?
What can $100 get me?
The chair.
How much for just one rib?
Just one. Oh God. So and then so this next movie is also a bomb. Funny People. That's the one where Adam Sandler's dying, Seth Rogen's in it. I went back to Seth Rogen, and I think Judd Apatow did this one.
Yeah, this is an Apatow movie too.
Look at that.
He's dying. Yeah, I vaguely remember this.
Famous
comedian who's diagnosed with terminal disease and tries to fix the relationships with his life, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, God.
Received praise for the performances, but criticism for its runtime. You got criticized for your runtime?
What was the runtime?
146 minutes, so it's long.
2 hours and 20 minutes.
It's long.
Damn.
Maybe it's because Adam Sandler, it's not a Adam Sandler movie. Like, it's not Adam Sandler trying to be funny. It's Adam Sandler like,
well, I think most Adam Sandler movies are like an hour and 15 and you get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
2 hours straight of Adam Sandler is probably rough.
Adam Sandler went through kindergarten all the way to graduating high school in less than an hour and 15 minutes. Why is this 2 hours?
That's right.
With
2 hours for him to die?
With Bridget Wilson, by the way. So we got to throw that in there.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this is an amazing lineup. You had Adam Sandler, Seth Rogen, you had Eric Bana. This is a good movie. I remember it, but I never have seen it.
No,
for sure. I've never seen this. But yeah, Judd Apatow.
Wow. So should we like get it and like pour a deal of whiskey and sit and watch it?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. I got way better things to do with my 2 hours than watch Adam Sandler.
Yeah. I got covers to do, so I'll do that.
So Smithers says that he likes it.
Oh,
so,
okay.
And again, it did get it in
chance.
the little blurb. It does say that it got very good reviews for its performances. People just got tired of the performances apparently because they're like, fucking 2 hours. Let's wrap this up, guys.
Well,
the attention spans in 2009, they weren't the best. They're like, look,
it might be one of those things like get you at the theater, you're like, oh God, will this movie ever end? But if you watch it at home and you can pause it and go get a pizza, go pee, do what you want.
Morgan, we're about a third of the way through Jonah Hill's career here. We're talking about a movie called Funny People with Adam Sandler and Seth Rogen. This was one where Jonah was just kind of a side dude, side hustle guy.
Dude.
But yeah. This is 2009. We're at 2009. His first movie was 2004, I Heart Huckabees. And then he went right into a smash hit, 40-Year-Old Virgin, with a fantastic role. But now we're a few years in. This next movie is I like this movie a lot. It's called The Invention of Lying.
This is his 20th film.
In 5 years.
20. Damn. He did basically 5 films a year almost.
Yeah. Well, when you all you have to do is on 40-Year-Old Virgin is come in for 2 hours and then you're done. It's easy to film 5 movies a year.
He came in for most of the runtime of Funny People to do a 3-minute scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys have any Ricky? Do you guys familiar with Ricky Gervais? I mean,
he's the British guy. He's in your face.
The British guy. Yeah,
he's the Office guy. He's the British Michael Scott. Yeah.
That's correct.
He's also the idiot abroad guy.
Yes.
Yeah. I know. Rick. Yeah.
He makes some interesting movies. This one was interesting. I don't think it went over well.
Isn't this the one where like there's no lying and then they find out a way to lie?
It's literally The Invention of Lying. That's the name of the movie, Jim. Yes.
Oh damn! I've never seen it.
And basically, I think what happened with this is conceptually it went well, because it's like, hey, everybody tells the truth, and then he figures out I don't have to tell the truth, and then basically he's like, oh, there's a meteor that's coming, and if we don't have sex right now, it's going to destroy the Earth. And the woman's like, oh my God, do we have time to get to a hotel? Or do we have to do it right here on the sidewalk? Like, that's the concept of the movie. And like literally that's the concept of the movie. So, but from that concept, it drifts into this sort of religious thing.
Oh no.
Where because Ricky is notoriously atheist and very like, I don't believe in the Bible or any of that kind of stuff. So this movie kind of drifts into that mentality for him, where all these people think that he's like this god because he knows these things because he's lying about shit. So they think that he knows things, and they basically start to treat him like a god throughout this movie, and I think that's where it went off the rails, because it is a really funny concept, but yeah, it took a left turn, and I think it threw people off. I don't remember Jonah Hill being in this movie either at all, so he had to have been just kind of a side hustle.
He's not on the poster, but he gets top billing.
That's amazing.
Right next to Louis C.K.
That invention of line.
Yeah, it's great. It lives within some. Yeah, totally. It's a great movie. Another one that he did. No, sorry, it's not him. It's not him. But it is Steve Carell as I'm thinking about it. So weird again. 6 Degrees of Justin Long. Did you guys? This is going outside of the Jonah Hill world. Did you ever see Looking for a Date for the End of the World?
Yes.
Probably. I want to say maybe.
Really good movie, guys. If you haven't seen it, it's a really good movie. It's depressing as hell, but the meteor thing is what brought me, because literally it's a movie about a meteor that's coming to destroy the world. And Steve Carell is like, well, shit. I mean, he's trying to find family and stuff. And then along the way, he meets this chick who I think was the girl from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, it was.
Wasn't it?
What's her name?
Yeah,
Kirsten Dunst.
No. Pirates of the Caribbean girl. Keira Knightley. Yeah,
Keira
I think it's Keira Knightley. Yeah. And so they end up like kind of falling in love as they're going through, literally as the end of the world is coming. And I'm not going to get into the spoilers and stuff, but it's a good movie. It's a good movie. So what's up? What's up, Counselor Morgan? We have Counselor Morgan here with us. Of course, she is part of our Camp Rad Dog event that we are working on here on Facebook and eventually on Kickstarter this summertime. Are you ready for the summertime?
And no hi for David. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I was going to draw. I had a Morgan Bailey comic or pinup coming up. Oh, I draw now.
Yeah, Seeking a Friend for the End of the World. Side note, guys, just a good movie. It's a good movie. I'm just gonna say it's a good movie. It's fine. There's nothing wrong. It's fine.
It was good.
But Invention of Lying, again, it was a cool concept. It was really funny at the beginning, but then it went sideways, and you're kind of like, I don't really want to like get the religious speech, Ricky. And I think that's where it kind of fell short.
It's a dance, Jim. You'll like it.
So yeah,
I think you'll like it. And we had the awkward silence.
He's looking at something.
Yeah.
Who, me?
He's like, yeah. You're like intently looking at something off camera.
Yeah, I was looking at the other movie that Jonah Hill did after this, and it's like, I did not see this, and I don't think I want to see this movie.
What is that, Cyrus?
Yes.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't remember what this was about.
Cyrus.
It doesn't look like it's fun.
No, it's
tell you
hard.
that.
He's total killer.
Marissa Tomei.
Recent divorcee who meets and instantly falls for a woman named Molly. The two start a relationship, but John soon comes to find out that Molly's overprotective son, Cyrus, does not want to share his mother with anyone else. I vaguely remember that. Marissa Tomei, yeah. I have not seen it for sure.
Yeah, I have.
But, it made more money than it made more money than the one that crapped out. The early one. What was the early one? Strange Wilderness. 7 million. This one made 9 million.
Damn. It was just a really creepy, uncomfortable movie. It was just odd.
Johnny's ready for the summer. Cyrus is good. He says it's mostly ad-libbed. Those can be good or bad. Like if you watch Anchorman 2, like that entire movie is ad-libbed. And I don't know what the fuck anyone is doing or saying. I can't follow it at all.
No.
Hey, I love the original. It is also ad-libbed. But like the second one literally had no script. They were just like, you're in a van, go.
There's an apple tree at the end of every street in New York City. Didn't you know that?
No.
So, but it's great because he pulls out an apple out of a tree. Yep. Did you know there's an apple tree at the end?
There's an apple tree.
There's a shark in that movie. How could you not like that movie? Dobie the shark. They literally raised the shark as their own, and then he tries to go hug the shark, and then the shark.
That's terrible.
Anchorman 2?
Anchorman 2. Yeah.
That part. All I remember was Harrison Ford being in it, and he was like a werewolf.
No, that
Oh.
was what was it? No, that was Liam Neeson.
The Battle Scene in Park.
No, it was Harrison Ford. You're right. It was
Yeah.
Harrison Ford. Liam Neeson
All
was
I
in it.
remember, the only thing I remember is them being in that motorhome
Yeah.
and it going over and them like
What the gags that they set up for, like, hey, why are these bowling balls right next to all these scorpions? And then, hey, does anyone want any fried chimichangas? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like the setup for it, like, oh, it's on it was on cruise control. Cruise control regulates speed. It doesn't drive for you.
Yeah, it does drive for you. It shows like the wheel just going.
oh my
what's his
god.
name? David, the whammy guy.
Oh,
In that movie, in the Anchorman movie.
Yeah, that was in. I love that dude.
I paid for a cameo. He's because that guy out of all the cast of Anchorman, that's the only guy that will be on cameo because Steve Carell, Will Ferrell, and Paul Rudd will not spend any time on cameo. So I hired him for my mom's birthday, and so this is the whammy guy. The whammy guy literally filmed a video of him laying in his bed, basically dirty talking to my mom, and and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm supposed to say whammy," and then literally,
oh my god,
literally like. So this was last year. I gave this to my mother as her birthday present last year. I said, "This is going to be the best birthday present ever." And after. Because originally it was going to be from me and my sister. My sister saw it and goes, I don't want any part of this. You give it to mom. I don't want to be blamed for this. The worst birthday present I've ever given to my mother. But other than me being born was this cameo with the one guy just saying, "Hey, teen, how's it going?" And then just like, oh, it's just so cringy. And then my dad just, what the fuck? And then
oh my god.
So we need to have this on the next episode. We need to bring that file along.
Yeah, you need
oh,
to.
It's so weird, man. And he's like in his bed, like he didn't even try to get up and hey, I'm outside, I'm in Hollywood or something. No, he was literally like, oh, someone paid me money for a cameo, trying to hit the record.
Yes,
wow.
Yes, that's the guy.
Yeah.
I paid him $100 to talk dirty to my mom.
That's wonderful.
And it was
but you didn't tell him to do that, right? You just said, "Say happy birthday to mom," or what happened?
Yeah, how do you?
Basically, it was like my mom's a big fan. If you could say whammy at some point, she likes this. She likes it. She likes drinking Tito's vodka.
Oh my god.
And it was just like, yeah, it was just. Meanwhile, I hired Gilbert Gottfried to do a cameo. His was hilarious, but that was for my dad. But that one for my mom was, oh, I should have just hired Gilbert.
Man.
At least him dirty talking would have been a funny joke.
Man.
Wow.
But anyways, yeah. So back to Jonah Hill.
Deviation. He's
in three voice acting movies that year.
Yeah, apparently so. How to Train Your Dragon. It was next for him. He does one of the Viking dudes, I guess.
Yeah.
I remember this movie very, very little, but it doesn't surprise me that he got in on this at this point in his career. Kristen Wiig was in it too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who these names are. I don't know any of these names. Gerard Butler.
Jay from This Is the End is the main character of How to Train a Dragon.
Yeah, it's him.
Oh, okay. I don't know that name, but now that Jay Baruchel or whatever.
Yeah.
I know him if I see him, but I had no idea what his name was. Zero concept of what his actual name was.
Because he hasn't really done anything that's been like, oh my god. Like he's the guy in Tropic Thunder. He's the guy. He's the least known guy in Tropic Thunder. Well, the guy who played Al Pacino also was another not well known guy, I think.
Yeah.
Those two guys.
He's in tons of crap.
Yes.
He was in Fanboys. Oh my god, what else was he in? I don't know. He's in tons of shit though.
He's in that movie where like the hot he works at the airport.
Out of my league. She's out of my league.
Oh yeah. Damn.
He was in Undeclared. He's just he's been in stuff that don't really work out for him.
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff that you probably have never heard of.
Except for How to Train Your Dragon. That's like the biggest
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest movie that he's in. I mean, those again. This goes back to animation movies make really good money.
Yeah.
Although Megamind, I don't think. But did Megamind do any good? Oh yeah, it did.
It did fine. I mean, you know, it is what it is.
220 something million. That makes sense. Yep.
I've never seen that one all the way through. I've seen all the How You Train Your Dragons. I like those, but I've never seen Megamind all the way through.
But before Megamind,
so yeah, he stays with the same. He's in Dragon 2.
Yeah.
I guess he's just in those 2 dragons.
He's like his best friend in there. So.
Oh, and then Hidden World. There's a 3rd dragon one too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Last one.
Oh, and then later on, holy shit, he was Green Lantern in the Lego 2 movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say that he's probably the best Green Lantern that we've seen in film in the last 20 years.
Oh my god,
better than Ryan Reynolds.
That's funny. That is funny. Get him to the Greek.
Get him to the Greek.
Get him to the Greek was just
on my birthday. I was my 17th birthday. I saw this movie.
This was just such a nonsense movie.
Just
just a nonsense movie.
Lars from Metallica is in it. Lars Ulrich.
God, I watched that movie so many times. That was my favorite Jonah Hill movie. I'm not joking. It shouldn't have been, but it was.
It's before 22 Jump Street. Get Him to the Greek was probably my favorite one.
Yeah. 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street. I forgot about those.
Yeah.
But Get Him to the Greek. Yeah.
Russell Brand before he quit acting, and you know.
Went weird
when he was still on his
drugs.
Yeah, his many drugs.
It's like Get Him to the Greek is like the modern version of what's the movie of Robert Downey Jr. and McCarthy? Less Than Zero. Less Than Zero. It's like the modern day version.
Oh yeah, that is
because it's literally Robert Downey Jr. playing Robert Downey Jr. and then you get Him to the Greek. It's like this is exactly how Russell Brand acts. This is exactly what he goes through.
Furry walls, dude.
Yeah, but the furry wall.
The furry wall. This feels like. No, I'm not gonna say what he says.
I have that soundtrack. I have the Infinite Sorrow soundtrack from that movie.
God.
I have it on my iPod.
I do too. I love Getting to the Greek. It's like one of my guilty pleasures.
He can sing. He can
sing good.
Who?
Russell Brand.
Russell Brand?
Yeah. Stroke Fairy Walls.
That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. The guy is very talented. And I mean, I guess it's good that he got off of his demon problems. But he's almost weirder now than he was when he was on drugs.
Yeah.
Have you seen him on like talk shows and stuff in the last 5 years?
I've seen him on Rogan.
Well, that's got to be great. That's got to be amazing.
Yeah, and he also has like a Netflix show that he talks once in a while about like different charities and stuff like that and all, and that he helps out and everything and all. And he's off drugs now. Yeah, and he's got like he spots like one like each. They're still coming out. Like he still has one come out once in a while.
Well, I love it when he gets on talk shows because he'll like try and like fix everybody that's on the dais. All right, he'll just be like looking at him like, so what's your problem? You know, and just start like going through these, and he'll like bring all of his like metaphysical stuff and be like channel it into him, and then he'll like go to the next one and be like, okay, now you, and they're like, no, we're here to talk about the Avengers, dude. Like, get out of my head.
What you need to do is you need to take these rocks and then put them on your forehead and your abdomen. At 3:00 in the morning, 7:00 in the afternoon, like,
and then turn them slightly,
turn
before you go to bed.
Slightly. I'm British. I have wit. So now we get to the first Oscar nominee, Moneyball.
Oh yeah.
Well, we just skipped 2 movies.
Did we? Oh, okay.
We
Megamind.
skipped Megamind. We kind of talked about it a little bit. Superhero movie. Who did he play? He was a
kid. He's like basically imagine The Incredibles, and he was the kid who wanted to be a bad kid, and so that's what he was in Megamind.
Yeah. Okay, got
Will
it.
Ferrell.
Yeah, Will Ferrell.
Okay, isn't that the one that Brad Pitt was a superhero in?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Megamind.
Brad Pitt. Yeah, Brad Pitt's in this.
Is Brad Pitt in it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw this movie like 10 years ago.
Yeah, everybody did. Everybody saw it once, and then it was gone. It wasn't that great. It wasn't that great. But
David Cross, who you may know from Mr. Show.
Ooh, chicken pot pie.
and then there's a and then this is another dragon movie. I didn't even see. It's called Legend of the Bone Napper Dragon. It's another dragon movie.
Yeah, no, it's Bone Knapper Dragon.
Bone Knapper.
There's a K between Bone and Napper.
Yeah, but they're not going to pronounce it Bone Knapper.
I do
Bone
like
Knapper
Bone
Dragon.
Knapper better.
Or is it Bonic Napper Dragon?
Bonic Napper. I don't know.
Bonic Napper Dragon. I don't know. I never saw this one.
It
sounds like a movie that was straight to DVD. Was it?
It was a short. It was a short. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
It shouldn't count. 16 minutes doesn't count.
No.
Originally aired on television via Cartoon Network, was released as a special feature on the Blu-ray. So yeah, it's just a short.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Moneyball.
All right.
Oscar nominee.
Yeah, Moneyball, Oscar nominee. That's crazy. Yeah. This was a cool movie. I didn't know that it was worthy of an Oscar, but it was a cool movie. If you like sports, it is an interesting. It had Philip Seymour Hoffman in it, and I mean, this was a good cast for an interesting movie. It's kind of like what the hell's the Facebook movie called? The Social Network. It's kind of like that, right? It's like it's a good movie, but like it got so much hype, and I don't really know why it got hype. It's just kind of it's a good movie, but I don't know. It's okay.
I rewatched The Social Network like 2 weeks ago, and I was watching it with the mindset of these are literally the guys who create the place where I make all my money for the most part now. Like, how crazy is that? They're building the website that I specifically use to sell my products. It's really weird. It's like, you kind of screwed those guys over, but hey, it's making me money, so.
Yeah. I mean, you never really know how accurate these things are either. I mean, some of the stuff is just made up for the movies.
Justin Timberlake.
And again, it's not that it was bad. No, Justin Timberlake's great. I mean, everybody's in it's great. But like sometimes these movies get this hype around them that people just lose their shit over it, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's so good!" And I'm like, I mean, it's good. But like, are we really nominating this for like Best Picture? Like, are we really doing that? Because I'm not seeing it, guys. But it's good, and Moneyball's like that. Moneyball was a good movie. I don't know that it deserved necessarily the hype that it got. Outside of it, had a really good cast. But we've seen really good movies with really good casts just tank. So it's weird. I mean, you really never know what you're going to get. Brad Pitt was definitely, obviously, a big get for the movie. To get that part of, I can't think of what the dude's name was, but basically it's about the guy who ran the Oakland A's for a period of time on some sort of a unique budgetary system to try and get the most out of his players for the least amount of money. And he did get to the World Series, as I recall, but he didn't win. He didn't win.
Right. Yeah. Do you think so Megamind and Moneyball, Eminem, do you think like when they were making Megamind, like Brad Pitt was like, "Hey, Jonah, you want to go be in this baseball movie that's filming right next door? Because, Moneyball, Megamind."
Oh, listen, all of this stuff, and this is what we talked about. It's the circles, right? He's worked with Steve Carell so many times, Justin Long so many times. This guy's good. Every time you connect with somebody else, you have the potential to open a door to somewhere else. It's like just you and me, Jim. I mean, we met through Phil Locklear. Otherwise, we probably would have never met. We might have been aware of each other because they were in the comic book world, but because of the direct connection that we were given in that capacity on his show, it opened up the door to what we're doing now. So yeah, 100%. Every time you work with somebody else that's outside of your standard circle, that opens doors potentially to new circles. So yeah, 100%. That probably is what happened. They probably were like, "Yeah, what do you got going on?" "Oh, I'm in Moneyball." And he was like, "Oh, I could be in Moneyball." And he was like, "Yeah, you could be in Moneyball."
I'm a pretty serious actor. You should hire me. Like, what other movies have you been in, Jonah? Well, I was a fat kid in this movie. Then I was a fat kid in this movie. And then
I drew dicks in this movie. And then
yes.
Yeah. Did you see Superbad?
Did you see my dick drawing skills?
Oh, I love that scene. That scene where he gets caught with all the wieners.
And he's just
God.
eating the paper.
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh,
where is that kid? What happened to that kid? What happened to young Jonah Hill? Like,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still doing movies? Let's find out. Let's find out his story one of these days.
You'll find out he
Because-
plays the young version of all the fat actors.
Because, dear God, that kid sitting there with his bucket full of dicks. I mean, as a director, like, how do you come to this kid and be like, look, this is the story, buddy. And I know you're like 8, but here's what we're doing.
Don't look at these pieces of paper. Just put them in your mouth.
Just eat it. Just eat it.
Eat it and smile for the camera. I'm looking this up. I want to find this out.
Yes.
Is he even credited in this movie? No.
It was a significant scene. He's got to be credited.
He has to
wait.
be.
Nope. Young Becca, and then where is young Seth? Oh, here we go. Okay, I got his name. He does not have a Wikipedia entry. I am now going to Google this. It's probably like his only film.
If that's his only movie, then we know he was
my
ruined from that.
God.
Like, hey, aren't you the kid who ate the paper?
Ate
of
the
all
dicks?
Ate the paper of dicks? Dick of papers?
Poor kid.
Ugh. He is. Ugh.
Oh, jeez.
Ugh.
Do we have a problem, Houston?
I'm looking at his IMDb now.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
IMDb. There we go.
Yeah.
He was in the Hangover.
Okay.
I'm guessing he was probably one of the kids in the police station where they tase Alan and Bradley Cooper. He was Budnick in the Hangover, which I'm assuming he's one of the kids. And then he was in a Ugly Betty episode, and then in a movie called In Hell. Yeah, he hasn't really done anything since 2021. He's in a movie called Gain. What is this movie? I'm going to look it up. It is probably a car heist suspense film. Huh.
Well, he's got to be like, what, 20 years old now-ish?
Yeah.
Probably closer to his 30s at this point.
Yeah.
Well, if he was like 10 back then, it's been 13 years.
So, yeah, 20s.
It doesn't look like it looks like one of those, doesn't look like a good movie. I don't know any of the actors. I don't know any of the directors.
Poor young Seth.
Yeah. Young Seth forever ruined his career.
The dicks
Big
ruined
claim
his
to fame.
career.
Super bad.
He
Well,
thought-
super bad. I was Jonah Hill's young version.
We need to get him to Comic-Con is what we need to do.
Yes.
We need to get that kid
I
to
bet
Comic-Con.
We could have gotten him on the show.
I know, right? We're going to have to do a super bad episode and we'll call him up.
Game to
I bet
Comic-Cons
you
is a
we might be
sign.
able to get the guy who played McLovin because he ain't doing much. What's he
No,
doing?
he doesn't
Kick-Ass
have
2 and
He was in Pitch Perfect.
Was he in Pitch Perfect? Really? Oh, I don't remember that movie. I remember like bits and pieces of that movie.
Brief role. Basically, during the original auditions, he's the guy on stage who's here we go. Let's do the. It's like a 5-minute scene. He's 5 minutes. Yeah,
because I know that the guy who played the guy who's in Workaholics, the short guy, he's in all those Workaholic episodes. He did the Get Hard movie, or not Get Hard. He did the Die Hard spoof on Netflix. He's in like all the Pitch Perfect movies. But so when he went to audition for that movie, he thought it was a baseball movie because it was called Pitch Perfect.
Oh.
And so he was there with a baseball glove and baseball gear. And like he said that he was sitting in the hallway and everyone was like in there like practicing singing. He was looking around. He goes, "Oh man, I got this part nailed." And then he goes in there. He goes into the audition and they go, "Okay, well you're gonna have to sing a song for the audition." And they go, "What song did you prepare?" And he goes, "I didn't prepare." He goes, "I didn't prepare a song. Take it or leave it." And then they go, and they said, "Okay, well we'll leave it. Get out." And then he goes, "Oh no, wait, I can sing." And then he sang like the theme to Family. Or no, not Family Feud. No, the theme to what's the one with the fucking Olsen twins?
Full House.
Full House. He sings the theme to Full House. That's how he got the role in that movie.
Oh, wow.
Forever changed his career. Thought he was going to be in a baseball movie, but he was not.
Which character are we talking about?
He's the like if you Google search workaholics, he's the shortest guy there.
Oh, Bumper.
He's not the
Bumper.
guy. That guy, yes.
Bumper from Pitch Perfect. Yeah, okay.
That guy. That's what he did for his audition, and that's how he got the role.
Damn.
That's amazing.
There's a fun
That's
fact. Why do I know? See, I know all this random movie shit. I could be a goddamn rocket scientist, but here I am. Like, did you know that
You could have been saving the world, Jim, but instead, you're looking up this kid who ate dicks on Superbad.
Tom Hutchison on a Saturday night with nothing else to do. And now on to the next Jonah Hill film.
Which is
something called Gift. Oh, it's another dragon movie.
It's
Gift
a dragon
of the Night Fury. I knew they did more of these. They just weren't called How to Train Your Dragon. So yeah, they did a ton of dragon movies. This one looks like it was another. No, this was a full size one. Yeah. Straight to video, it looks like. But
okay, so say straight to video.
Yeah. Straight to video.
Huh.
But then his next actual real movie was called The Sitter.
Flop. That's a flop.
I remember that one.
Yeah, I have very little recollections of this movie at all.
Yeah,
I remember them being in the car, and the girl was like, "I sharted." Like that's my recollection of the entire movie.
Oh man.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all I got. The entire movie is that to me. Yeah.
The next like 5 movies are shit. The next, let's see, 1, 2, 3.
But it made
4,
money.
6, 7,
it made $34 million.
What?
It made $34 million. So it got really negative reviews, but it actually profited money.
The next 9 movies were all, for the most part, except for maybe one, were all fucking box office knockout movies. Because after that, you get 21 Jump Street, which we all know.
Oh.
Yeah, 21 Jump Street, man. Who knew?
That was great.
Like, who could potentially ever have looked at that and been like, dude, this is a thing. 200 million worldwide, this ridiculous thing. And fantastic. I mean, literally fantastic. They went in with this movie and were like, look, this is some bullshit. It's not going to work. We're going to just play it all for nonsense. And that's what it was. And it worked 100%. It worked. I thought it was great. And the two of them were fantastic. What's his name?
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum was a great idiot guy.
Yeah, he's a meathead.
He's a total meathead. Yeah. He's a total meathead jock guy. And they're so weird. When you watch 21 and 22 back to back, they're so weird. It's the second one, and it's part of the joke, is the second one basically tried to do what the first one did. Like the whole joke in 22 Jump Street is just do the same thing. Nobody thought you were going to work the first time. Just do it again. And they keep kind of pounding that whole thing home.
It's one of those rare occasions where the sequel makes more than the original.
Yep.
And I will say this until the day I die, that 22 Jump Street is probably the best sequel for the most part. I mean, we're not going to count Empire Strikes Back. I don't even think Empire Strikes Back made more money than original Star Wars. But as far as sequels go, 22 Jump Street I think is funnier than 21. Specifically, there's one scene in this movie that I could literally watch it until the day I die, and I will laugh just as hard as I did when I saw it in the movie theater the first time. It's where he finds out, when Channing Tatum finds out that Jonah Hill has been fucking Ice-T's daughter, and then goes skipping around the office.
Yep.
And then there's scenes where later in the movie where Jonah Hill's getting text from Ice Cube, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And he's sending him emojis of gun, head, and how's it going with my daughter? And he just knows what's going on.
I just watched this the other night. Again, I was sorting comics, and I was like, I don't have the first one. I have the second one, and I watched it. I do like it. I think it falls apart in the portions where they split up, as you know.
Yeah.
Like that to me is like it should have worked because it was cliche for a sequel and like, oh, the buddies are going to break up and you know whatever.
So like get back together to save the film at the end.
Yeah, it should have worked, but I think it went too long. Like the split between them went too long.
Yeah.
Again, pacing, a little bit of editing, tighten that up, and I probably would have been happier. What I do love about that movie is actually for me the best part is the end credits. Where they're like 23 Jump Street, and we're going to bull riding school, and 24 Jump Street, it's medical school. It's like, holy God. And they ran it into like Jump Street 47. I mean, it just kept going and going and going.
It's great that they did that because it's like, look, because at that time, now this is like right when both Jonah and Channing Tatum, they're like, our careers are launching real big. This is it. This is all you're going to get. There won't be a 23rd. Don't expect next summer to be a 23rd. This is it. We're done. Here you go.
Well, you know, they talked for a while that there was going to be like a Men in Black 21 Jump Street crossover.
Yeah. That would have been interesting.
That would have been terrible.
It'd have been terrible.
I mean, it would have been
terrible.
It would have been better than the last two Men in Black films they did.
Just listen. Hey, I'm going to come through the screen and slap you. Men in Black 3 was okay. But international, I can't even finish. I literally haven't even finished it. I'm like halfway through. I don't even care. I don't care. It's so bad. So bad. And it's not, but that's the thing. It's not even the actors. It's just that it's bad.
It's
like
bad, just writing.
All of it is just terrible. I don't know what they did, how they did it, but they destroyed that franchise in a single movie. Kablam.
But the movie. So the movie that came after this, I did not see in the theater. I saw this movie on a submarine, and I didn't see it all the way through the first time. I only saw like half of it because then I had to go drive the submarine. The Watch.
This is a movie that should have been amazing because of the people that are in it.
Vince Vaughn, like when Jonah Hill goes to his mom's house and he lifts up the bed, and he's got all those weapons, and he's like, "Shut the fuck up, mom!" And then they get all the weapons and they leave, and like then he's apologizing to his mom. It's like, okay, it's Jonah Hill. Would you shut up? We're doing things.
Yeah, this just never got started. It just never gets started. It has all the things that you think should be amazing, but no. And it made 68 million, but it made 68 million on a 68 million budget.
68.3 million. So it made
300,000. It made enough to buy them all lunch.
So, and then the next movie after this, I mean, obviously this is a hit, the Django.
Oh, and hold on. This was an interesting note here on The Watch. This was Lee Ermey's final role, the guy from Full Metal Jacket. Yeah, this was his final role.
Huh. Interesting.
Aw. Super nice guy.
Yeah, but The Watch is Ben Stiller, Vince Vaughn, Jonah Hill, Richard. I don't know how to say his last name. Iode? Richard Iode, the guy from IT Crowd.
IT Crowd,
yeah. It has what you want, or at least what you think you want, but it didn't have a script.
Yeah,
it didn't have the script that you wanted.
Vince Vaughn, when you put him in a movie, you got a 60-40% chance of the movie being good or bad.
Yes.
Like you're not going to get the middle. You're going to get, it's either going to be good or it's just going to be bad.
Have you seen, because he was out of movies for a while. He came back in this movie called Freaky.
Yep.
Have you seen Freaky?
Is that the one where he switches? It's like a
switches with a 16-year-old girl. It's Freaky Friday. It's Freaky Friday, but it's a horror movie.
With the killer.
I saw the trailer for it, but I haven't seen it.
Watch it, dude.
It's good.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's good.
It's pretty funny.
It's good.
Yeah. It's pretty damn funny.
Did you like Happy Death Day?
I didn't see that.
It is.
Oh, Tom. You guys got to watch this because the guys that made that done Freaky.
Okay.
Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You.
Yeah.
Interesting name for a sequel. But then awesome. So he goes on from being Neighborhood Watch to Baghead number 2.
Baghead number 2. Baghead number 2. And I love Django. I mean, I am not a Tarantino guy. I love this movie. This is such a great movie. This is, for me, it is the top Tarantino movie, period, followed by Inglourious Bastards.
This movie started
Period.
the relationship between Leonardo DiCaprio and Jonah Hill, which is really crazy when you think about it, because they didn't have any scenes together. They just happened. I'm sure like the sets were pretty close, and he's just like on set one day, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm Jonah Hill. You may remember me as the guy who drew a bunch of dick in Superbad. I was fat guy in this and fat guy in this, and now I'm fat guy KKK baghead number 2.
Baghead.
I'm fat baghead number 2.
Fat baghead number 2.
Because literally the next year you get This Is the End, which is actors playing actors, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah,
Ooh,
this was.
I liked it.
I love this movie.
I struggle with this movie a lot.
This was
because it's got dipshit.
Film.
It's got dipshit.
Jonah Hill.
No.
John Sierra.
James Franco.
No, the big
Danny
dipshit.
McBride?
Yes.
Danny McBride.
Yes, the big dipshit.
How dare you?
The big dipshit himself.
There's a lot of fat people in this movie.
Danny McBride, the big dipshit.
Yeah, Danny McBride.
The funniest part of the movie was Emma. Is it Emma Watson?
Emma Watson.
Emma Watson, where she just goes batshit on him. That's funny.
Yeah, because they're talking about
it.
Yeah. Well, you know what's really interesting about this movie is that this is actually based on a short film that Jay and Seth Rogen made called Jay and Seth versus the Apocalypse.
Huh.
And they filmed it all in like one room, and it's just like them trying to figure out like, well, what are we gonna do? I don't know, man. What's going on? I don't know. And then eventually, you know, they made enough money to turn it into a movie. And then Seth Rogen was like, let me get my buddy Franco in here, and then we'll get Craig Robinson, and then we'll get Jonah Hill and Danny McBride because we've worked with all these guys.
And it's got that Jay Baruchel guy.
Yeah. Well, no, because Jay and Seth were the guys in the original.
Oh, okay, right.
Oh.
So they were already on board, obviously, but it did really well in the box office.
And
Michael Cera.
Yeah.
Which one of you took my fucking cell
phone? And like Rihanna, like because she's like he slaps her in the ass and something, and she just beats the hell out of him.
Oh yeah, Rihanna. Yeah, Rihanna's in this.
Yeah.
There's so many amazing people, and like there's the Freaks and Geeks cast are in it.
Yeah.
Jason Segel is in it. And that other guy who's only in Freaks and Geeks, and like he was in a couple other. Aziz, and sorry gets kicked in a hole.
Yep.
Backstreet Boys. This is what Backstreet Boys came back because of this movie. Damn it! They were like, we're going on tour. We're back. We're in the Hollywood movie. Paul Rudd's in this movie randomly in a scene. Channing Tatum plays a gimp.
Channing Tatum scene.
The gimp of Danny McBride. I love Danny McBride, man. Danny McBride. I think you're just biased because to you, Tom, he ruined Land of the Lost, but to me, he was hilarious.
No, he did ruin Land of the Lost, but he ruins basically the only thing I liked him in was Tropic Thunder. Like he was fine in that.
Oh
role.
yeah,
like that was 100% fine. Everything else I've seen him in, it's just everything is just downhill. It's just like, dude, all you do is make dick and fart and drug jokes. Like that's literally all you do.
That's what you sound like a parent talking about South Park. Like that's
all he has. It's all he has. And it's the same thing. It's like in every movie, it's the same fucking thing.
You're wrong. We're gonna do a Danny McBride night, and I'm going to prove you wrong. Sir.
I will destroy you. I will destroy you because that's all he does.
He does. This man literally went to the same college that my best friend went to. This is the college's biggest claim to fame. He went to the college in North Carolina Film School. He was Rico and Hot Rod. He was, freaking. He's a guy in Superbad. He was in Tropic Thunder. Obviously, I think that was probably the big one where he finally got attention.
Yeah,
but he's not. Dude, that dude's done so much on HBO. He's fucking Kenny goddamn Powers in HBO, the baseball show. Eastbound and Down. He's also the vice principal and vice principals with everyone's favorite transvestite. What's his name? Fucking Tranny from Sons of Anarchy. He's the guy. He's the guy. He's got the big teeth. Oh fuck, what's his name? He's the guy. He's in a lot of things. He's in Predators. He's in
tons of shit, but it's all shit.
No, it's great. It's great. How dare he was an Alien Covenant.
Shit.
James Franco and Danny McBride are an Alien Covenant.
Yeah.
Just wanna
And it
point
was
that
shit.
out.
And it was shit.
No,
No, it was
you're
shit.
wrong. No,
it was shit.
It was
What
shit.
was the one with Danny
Covenant was
McBride
shit.
and Natalie Portman was the fantasy one.
Your
it
Highness.
had,
Oh, Your Highness. Your Highness.
Now I like that one with him.
Same thing. All he did was wander around. Where's my drugs? I'm smoking this pot. Here's a mushroom. Like, it's just
Look, okay, maybe sometimes these guys get typecasted. It's like Seth Rogen. He gets typecasted as the stoner. You know,
no, he's not typecast. He just writes his own shit, and he's just like, "That's what I'm gonna be." That's
his own shit too.
Seth Rogen just determined his role in Hollywood as this, and then just wrote his own stuff. Like, even when he did Green Hornet, he's like, "Well, I'm just gonna put myself in Green Hornet, and I'm just gonna be what I am in every other movie."
Oh God. Yeah. So yeah, but back to Jonah Hill. Then we get his next Oscar nominee, which I was actually just watching this movie today.
I just watched this like last week, just out of the blue. Wolf of Wall Street.
Wall Street. Hang up your phone.
This was a weird movie for me because the first time I saw it, it's almost like, I don't know if I didn't get it, because I didn't really come out of it like, wow, you know, like for me it was, you guys remember the 80s movie Wall Street with Charlie Sheen and those guys. So the Wolf of Wall Street to me was like, well, this is just Wall Street again. Like, it's literally like the same fucking story, but it's like on steroids. It's like way
Animal
more.
House, Animal House meets Wall Street. Like,
exactly. And so I watched it again at some point. I don't know, and I kind of, it was almost kind of like watching that Dracula movie, the shitty Dracula movie. It's like, I watched it again. And I was like, wait a minute, okay, I think I get it now. And now I'm watching it. And I'm like, yeah, this. Okay, I get it. This is fine. I like this movie.
Yeah.
And Jonah Hill is unbelievable in this movie. Absolutely unbelievable. He goes full John Pesci in this movie, especially when the guys like steal his money, and he's just like freaking out, and they're like holding him over the balcony, you know.
Yeah,
great. It's just great. And he's got these huge veneer teeth right here. He's got these huge veneer teeth. It just makes him look ridiculous, but he's fantastic. And he's got
this
was Oscar nominated.
Like an Easter suit, like half the time. He's got like the purple suspenders, the pink shirt. Like when he's when the Punisher gets arrested and he's like, "Oh, I fucked up. I gotta get high with Jordan. Yep, here's the Quaaludes that from 1981." And then that whole scene where they're fighting with the fucking phone cord and they're fucking just slamming shit. And, it's just great. Hilarious. It's a role where he's comedic, but it's a serious.
Yes,
it's a mixture of both. Like it's
Joe Pesci. It's Joe Pesci. He's there to kill you if he has to, but he's going to make you laugh at the same time.
Yeah,
it's fantastic, and you've got the classic McConaughey. You got to get those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
Yeah, bump those numbers up. Yeah,
those numbers up.
This is also a movie where you see. Now, you may not have noticed this, but there's a background character who's in quite a few scenes, who you may recognize from American History X. Ethan Suplee is super skinny in this movie. He's not he's not the big fat guy from American History X. He's not the guy from Mallrats. He's not My Name is Earl fat. He is pre-jacked Ethan.
That dude, we lost all the weight.
Yeah, he lost a fuck ton of weight. Apparently, it was like almost like 400 pounds of weight.
Yeah, he is completely transformed. I mean, you would literally, if you just saw him on the street, you'd never even know it was him. You'd have to really focus on his face to find anything that is what we know from those movies. Yeah,
right. Yeah, because he's not the freaking the big fat guy that we all know and love. I mean, so many movies from the basically mid 90s to early 2000s. He's always I'm sure Jonah Hill can relate being typecasted as the big fat guy.
Well, and even Jonah went through a period of time where he lost a lot of weight. I mean, he looked massively different.
He looked like what's that show that you talked about?
Maniac.
He looks like he's sick.
Yeah, right.
When
Yeah,
he's getting
totally.
in.
You're right. It's almost like it's like a Christian Bale transformation. Like he just shedded the weight. It's not what you expect at all. Yeah, no. And in fact, recently and he's put the weight back on for the most part. Not all of it. He's not like super bad, big guy, but he's put some of the weight back on. And there were people. He was like surfing or something, and the paparazzi were like trying to shame him because hey, look, he put all that weight back on. And basically, he just came on. And he was just like, look, fuck you guys. I'm a big dude. I'm going to take my shirt off. Who the hell cares? Just be whoever the hell you're going to be. Stop worrying about, who's worried about whether you're heavy or not. Like, who the hell cares? Just be who you are. Be comfortable with who you are. And I was like, yeah, dude, of course. That's 100%, Jonah, 100%. I'm going to leave my shirt on, Jonah. But, I appreciate the message. So, yeah, he's definitely been a up and down kind of guy, but he's settled into what he is, and he's happy where he's at. So whatever, man.
I read in an interview that when they did This Is the End, they interviewed all the guys in This Is the End, and they said that Jonah Hill was super serious. Like he was already, because it's like this is after he did Moneyball, so he's like trying to get more dramatic roles, and so like. There was a question that they asked him because they asked Seth Rogen, they asked Franco McBride, and they're like, "What would you say is your funniest part?" And he's just like, "Are these the questions you're going to ask me? Because if this is the questions you're going to ask me, I don't want to be here." It's like you're in a movie parodying yourself, but you want to be Mr. fucking Oscar nominee. But he did get. I mean, he got nominated. Wolf of Wall Street, 2 nominees in a row. Has been nominated. I don't think he's been nominated for anything else since then.
Well, he hasn't done anything like really large scale since then.
Well, he did Sausage Party.
Well, I mean,
Oh, well, I mean.
Yeah, the movie that made me want to have a hot dog.
Yeah, no, he definitely went like he was doing all these comedy things, and then he went in and he kind of had this peak with the Oscars, and then it kind of came down the other side where everything, which is kind of where we're at right now, where everything's, it's not that they're bad movies, but like everything kind of just sort of went the other way. Like the serious roles didn't come, at least not for a little while. And then it's just kind of, it's right now the next third of his career is very sporadic, kind of all over the place. You've got the Lego movie where he did voiceovers for Green Lantern. You have another How to Train Your Dragon movie, the 22 Jump Street, which we just talked about, which did really well, which was good. But again, you're back to goofy comedy.
And voice and War Dogs. There's War Dogs.
And then there's something called True Story, which it looks again like one of these. This is Jonah Hill and James Franco. Looks like a festival movie of some sort. Sundance Film Festival explores the relationship that develops between two men after journalist Finkel begins to meet with Longo in prison. So I don't know. There's a weird festival thing called True Story. But there's one of his like attempts at a serious role. And then it's Hail Caesar, which is the comedy.
Channing Tatum again.
Josh Brolin, George Clooney. This was a huge Scarlett Johansson. This was a huge cast.
He's worked with so many great directors. Like he's worked with Scorsese. He's worked with the Coen brothers. He's worked with Judd Apatow and Quentin Tarantino. I mean, the list of people he's worked for, director wise, fucking phenomenal. But Hail Caesar, I saw that. I mean, it was a good movie, but I just it's not a movie I'd go back and watch. The rewatch factor is meh.
It was chosen as one of the top 10 films of 2016.
Wow.
Must have been a slow year. What else came out in 2016?
I don't know.
I mean, because look, I mean, we're talking about the guys who made Big Lebowski, Oh Brother Where Art Thou. Yeah. I could see those movies every day and not get tired of them. But yeah, that movie was just Caesar.
Yeah, and then you go to Sausage Party, which is more voiceover, and this is just a batshit movie. I mean, this is just what the fuck are we doing here, guys? So weird, so weird.
A great cast, a lot of.
Well, this is the 6 Degrees of Seth Rogen movie. It's everybody who's ever known Seth Rogen is in this movie. It's ridiculous. But I mean, it was also truly ridiculous. Oh, Jesus, I'm trying to even remember back
God.
to it. I remember the buns trying to get out of the plastic, and isn't Seth
Yeah.
Rogen the hot dog? He's the hot dog,
Yeah,
right?
he's the hot dog, and like it ends with a food orgy, and like the
Yeah.
bagel,
It's
the bagel played by Edward Norton hooks up with the falafel or whatever, and then yeah, the hot dogs hook up with the and then there's a taco, there's a lesbian taco.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I'm looking at the top 10 films of 2016. It's not in the top 10.
Huh.
Well, no. It was chosen as a top 10. Like somebody chose it as a top 10. Like, yeah. No, it wasn't like the top 10 in rankings or anything. Just it was somebody arbitrarily was like, "Hey, here's our top 10," and it was in it.
Five Disney movies are in the top 10. Although, I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 5. So, although I guess you would consider them Disney movies, like Rogue One, Finding Dory, Captain America: Civil War, The Jungle Book. See,
Yeah.
I saw the trailer for the Jungle Book, and I was like, because Samuel Jackson's in that movie, and the whole time I'm thinking, I'm tired of these motherfucking monkeys in this motherfucking jungle. Like, that's all I thought of when I thought of that movie. Deadpool, well, that's 20th Century, and then Zootopia, I guess, was a Disney movie. Batman vs Superman, Suicide Squad somehow is number 9, and Sing. What the fuck is Sing?
It's a DreamWorks movie. Cartoon.
Oh, cartoon. All right, makes sense. Animated film.
So, Sausage Party was a box office success, grossing $140 million against a budget of $19 million. In 2021, it became the highest grossing R-rated animated film of all time.
That's hilarious.
Until it was surpassed by Demon Slayer in 2020, which grossed $408 million.
Demon Slayer?
Yes.
Yeah, the anime.
Demon Slayer. Oh, it's an anime. Okay.
Yeah, an anime. Yes. Yeah.
I did not see that movie.
So yeah, for a while, Sausage Party was the all-time hit of animated R-rated movies.
Wow. Beavis and Butthead Do America was the highest-grossing film in December of all time until the next year when Titanic came out.
I just remember about like Sausage Party, like families were going to go see like Disney movies, and they accidentally played the trailer at the beginning. And like the R-rated trailer, because they had like the green band, they had the red band.
Right? Yeah.
Movie trailer, and parents and kids were like,
Trish, you're over on YouTube. Most of the people watching us are over here in the Facebooks. So you're watching over on YouTube. We don't ever get watchers on YouTube, so
no.
You got to come over to the Facebooks and join the chat room. So next is War Dogs. This is a great movie to me. I love this movie so much. It's Jonah's not quite at the level he is at Wolf of Wall Street, but he's really good. I actually end up liking this guy, this Miles Teller guy too. I don't know where that came from. I like him. He's in Whiplash. He was in that fantastic movie. Not his fault. He's in the Top Gun movie that's coming out as well.
Yes, but let's not forget this is Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's right. This is Mr. Fantastic. Yes,
this is Footloose remake, Whiplash, Fantastic.
He was in the Footloose remake. Oh my god.
Wasn't he Cyclops? No, that's another guy.
No.
I get that guy and the Cyclops guy confused.
They do the same.
So this is I like Miles Teller. This was a great movie. As I'm reading about it, apparently the story is based on a real story, which is basically these guys start to sell arms to the government, and they have problems and they have to solve the problems. According to this thing, it says the film is heavily fictionalized and dramatized. Some of its events, such as the duo driving through Iraq, were either invented or based on other events. So they just kind of made up a whole bunch of shit. But the underlying story of these two meatballs finding a $300 million contract to ship guns to the military is the true part of it. And then it's just crazy antics of what they do.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Yeah.
But it's a really good movie. I remember seeing it in the theater. And I kind of liked it. And then I've seen it a few times on like HBO, and I was like, yeah, this is a great movie.
Maybe he's related to that other guy.
Miles
What?
Teller.
Yeah. Maybe they're related.
No, I know why you think that, but no, I guarantee you they're not.
Oh, what's the name? What? Give me oh, never mind. I got it. Age of Apocalypse. Yeah. All right, Wikipedia. I want to find this bullshit out. God damn it! I bet you they're brothers or cousins or something. In other media. There we go. Come on, give me the movie. Give me the movie. No, fuck off. Cartoon. God damn it. I'm gonna find this shit. Hold on. Cyclops. Motherfucker.
Yeah, and I don't know. We're talking about Miles Teller. I don't know if you guys have seen Whiplash. Whiplash is really good too.
Whiplash is good.
Oh,
Right.
that's the one with J. Jonah Jameson.
That's correct. J. Jonah Jameson teaches Mr. Fantastic the drums. That is Whiplash.
Yep.
Vern from this is back to my favorite show of all time, Oz. The Vern the skinhead plays yes, he plays the very abusive teacher or band runner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Runner of bands. Okay.
Very abusive.
Here we go. Nope. Fucking Madsen. I know it's Madsen from the original, goddammit. Give me the real name. Marsden. Tim Pocock. It's not even Peacock. It's his name is Tim Pocock. What the fuck?
Pocock?
Pocock. Wait a minute, this can't be right. Nope, I'm in the wrong. God damn it. Motherfucker. I'm gonna fuck my goddamn computer's freezing up. God damn it.
So in the meantime, the next
Film.
Why Him, which actually has oh my god, what's his name? I can't remember his name. Bryan Cranston.
Oh.
This was a really strange movie, but he was just a producer on this.
James Franco.
Yeah.
James Franco and Bryan Cranston. Yeah. The Lego Batman movie, of course, he's back as Green Lantern. Something called Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot. This is another festival movie. This is Joaquin Phoenix.
Wow.
Joaquin Phoenix movie with Jonah Hill. With like a full-on beard too.
Damn.
Never heard of this. He definitely is, trying to maintain that ability to land in these roles. Incidentally, Rooney Mara is in this movie too. Rooney Mara and Joaquin Phoenix were in a Mary Magdalene movie together, which was interesting. I can't tell you to watch it, but it was interesting.
Here we go. Here we go. Ty Sarandon.
That's
Who?
Cyclops.
Yes.
That's the kid Cyclops.
Yep. Ty Sarandon. They're not related in what, but they. I mean,
damn.
They kind of look the same. I mean, Ty Sarandon, Miles. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
They could be distant cousins if they wanted to be.
I kept thinking, I like that Miles guy, but then literally every movie that I thought he was in was the movie that Ty was in, and I was like, never mind. He's the Ready Player One guy, right? Yeah, he's the Ready Player One guy. Not Miles, but Ty.
Ready Player One. So Jonah, again, we're talking about Jonah. It just gets weird right now. You've got the Lego Batman movie. You got the Don't Get Far on Foot. You've got another Train Your Dragon. You've got another Lego movie. Yeah. Then he did a movie in 2019 called Beach Bum with Snoop Dogg and Zac Efron, where he is Snoop Dogg's agent, basically.
Back the game to the Greek with Snoop Dogg.
I've never heard of this. It says it was released theatrically March 29th, 2019. Film got mixed reviews from critics, some calling it joyous, others describing it as an epic goof. Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, I think I vaguely remember this one, actually, when you said that, because I think
The Beach Bum.
Like, he had, did you say James Franco's in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has, dreadlocks and stuff. And,
no, that's the one where he's hooking women. He's turning women into hookers. That's Spring Breakers.
Oh,
That's
okay,
that's Spring Breakers. That's a whole different thing. Yeah, Spring Breakers. Yeah.
But also, that was a really bad movie.
Spring Breakers is great. Are you kidding?
Ugh.
Holy shit! Spring Breakers is dark, twisted shit.
Wow. Shit, I've never seen it.
Isn't Danny McBride in that movie?
I mean, they're buddies. He might be. It's entirely possible.
That would be the perfect movie for Danny McBride.
Well, except that James Franco was in the role.
You're right. You're right. As Alien, a rapper, drug hustler, and arms dealer who takes the girls under his wing.
So nothing in 2020. In 2021,
Shocker.
there is a movie he did called
Jennifer Aniston.
or it's upcoming anyway, called Don't Look Up.
Okay.
Stars an ensemble cast: Jennifer Lawrence, Leonardo DiCaprio, two low-level astronomers attempting to warn mankind about an asteroid that will destroy the Earth. So it's a Netflix movie. Netflix 2021.
So it sounds like Deep Impact.
Yeah.
Or Armageddon.
Sounds more like a Deep Impact type movie.
Yeah, because Armageddon was like, we're going to take oil drillers and send them into space. But Deep Impact was like, hey, this is coming. This is when it's coming. You're fucked if you're not people.
Yeah, which is why Deep Impact is a better movie.
Yeah. I have to agree with that.
Why? Because
Better
Aerosmith
movie.
wasn't on the soundtrack, and
Well, I have to like Armageddon again.
I mean, Armageddon's fine, but Deep Impact's a much better movie. It's just a better movie.
yeah,
It's a better movie. Better movie, better story, better characters. It's fine.
it's in all of our contracts. If old girl Taylor's in a movie, you have to have her daddy in the soundtrack. It's, again, it's why Peter Jackson's Lord of the Ring franchise could have done worse if they didn't have Aerosmith on the soundtrack. Because everyone remembers
Aerosmith singing Middle Earth songs.
Walk this way when the Battle of Helm's Deep went down. And then, of course, when they all look to the east and Gandalf's coming down the hill, back in the saddle again, is playing behind him.
No, that's when they do the Walk This Way combo. And Walk This Way.
Oh yeah.
That's Gandalf. Come on now. Run DMC and Aerosmith. That's your theme song.
Peter Jackson. Aerosmith.
Okay.
Steve Tyler.
Yeah.
Movies.
So that's it. We have run the list. He's done a bunch of TV stuff, of course. He was on NYPD Blue 2004.
As a clerk.
As a clerk, yes. Just really, he was on Saturday Night Live. He hosted 5 episodes.
He's in the Five Timers Club.
Yeah.
Yep.
5 times. He was on Reno 911.
Oh crap!
Not surprising. Another connection with Danny DeVito, which is probably why he was in that Danny DeVito movie.
The Simpsons, of course, which we talked about. He was on the comedy roast of James Franco. Something called Animals. There is Maniac. So Maniac is a 10-episode thing that's on Netflix, guys. I can't even tell you what it's about. I have no clue. I've seen the first 3 episodes. I don't know what's going on. But it does reunite him with Emma Stone. And basically they are people who are going through drug trials. They are people that have really serious traumas in their lives. They're trying to take these drugs that are supposed to help them sort of recondition their minds by sort of forcing them to deal with their traumas through different methodologies and stuff. But it's a really erratic storytelling method. It's not like A, B, C, D, E. It's like A, F, Q, R, B.
Wow.
This is like, whoa, where are we right now? I don't know what's going on.
I don't like it.
So I feel like it's going to have good payoff. But you got to really be able to sit down and like pay attention to what it is. So yeah. And then he was also in Curb Your Enthusiasm as himself. He's credited as himself.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Larry David, played by Larry David.
And he was in 4 music videos. He directed 4 music videos.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yep, 4 music videos.
Who?
2011, I don't know, I can't pronounce this name. Sarah Beth Bariel, looks like Bariel. Gonna Get Over You is the song. Danny Brown, Ain't It Funny, in 2017. And then Vampire Weekend is an American rock band. Yeah, Sunflower, he directed that. And then Travis Scott, he directed Wake Up. So 4 music videos.
Yeah. The Vampire Weekend? Wow.
I've heard of none of that stuff. I mean, I remember it was a big deal when Todd McFarlane did the album cover for Korn.
Yep.
You guys remember that? Way back in the day? Everybody was like, oh my God, Todd McFarlane's doing music.
Get the cover.
Why don't they ever get like other? Why don't they get like? Why do they never get the guy who did the fucking Iron Maiden albums? Why didn't they get that guy to do comic book covers?
Exactly.
There's a lot of good like album art that could have easily like those guys should have like crossed over in comics somehow. Like if
Like
those guys were doing comic book covers, they would have blown away like all them fuckers in the 80s.
Well, like Meatloaf's covers and shit and everything back then, and
right.
Well,
like the guy on the motorcycle.
Painted covers, guys, is a fairly new thing in comics. If you go back through the history of comics, it's very rare that you got painted covers like we have almost regularly now.
Yeah.
It was not a normal thing. It was not if they did them, it was a lot of times on graphic novels, like specific, like brand new, not comic book issues. I mean, we didn't do variants back in the 80s really, so there was no place for these painted covers outside of these like special high-end books. And so it wasn't really until the 90s when color got different and paper got different that you started to really see kind of paintings.
Like
Hildebrandt, Joe Chiodo, those kind of guys. Joe Gisco.
Gisco. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a fairly new thing. I mean, and I think that's why people react to it a lot now, because there are so many crazy painters that do stuff that we would never have seen before. Whether it's digital or real paint, doesn't matter. But yeah. It's a different world in comics now, man. It's a different world in comics. Speaking of comics, I have a Kickstarter running right now.
Shocker. Welcome to those movie guys where we talk about Kickstarters.
Yeah. I only need one more backer to get to 250, dude.
I only need one. I need 12 more backers to get 250.
350. I'm at 349 right now. So if you're watching this back, folks, Jim and I both have Kickstarters running. When does yours end?
Mine ends on Friday, April 16th at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Totally Rad Life of Kitty Banger #1.
Next Friday. Jim's is over next Friday. Mine ends in 3 weeks from tonight, May 1st. Legend of Oz, Wicked West. So we would appreciate it if you jump over, throw some pledges our way, get involved. Jim's is almost finished. Mine just started. So you've got some time. There it is. There's the mic drop. Mr. Mike is dropping the mic drops for us.
Mike.
We appreciate that. Also, Camp Rad Dog is coming around the corner. July. Camp Rad Dog, Big Dog Inc., Totally Rad Comics. Doing that crossover comic thing. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. And eventually I'll meet Jonah Hill and we'll have him write a comic book. We'll just get it. Jonah, you want to write a comic book? Yeah, you want to write a comic book. Just come write a comic book. It's fine, Jonah. Come on. Do it. For show. So we have run the Jonah Hill retrospective, folks. We're going to shut it down for tonight. Next week, we still already have plans, if you can believe it. Next week, April 17th, we will be doing an all things Wizard of Oz episode. Along with a special guest, Ryan J., who is a movie and TV reviewer. He knows tons about the Wizard of Oz, the books, the movies, the TV shows, all that kind of stuff. I had met him when I went to Ozstravaganza the past few years, and he's always a guest there, doing promotional stuff, telling stories about Oz through media, through all of the nearly 100 years that it's been happening. Yes.
Not to be confused with the TV show.
No. So next week, all things Wizard of Oz, guys. It should be pretty fun. We will have Ryan J. hanging out with us. Possibly some other guests too. We might have a larger panel. It is potentially possible, but at least Ryan J. will be with us next week. And then we have to go back to figuring out what we're going to do. We had 3 weeks planned in a row. Boom, boom, boom. So it was easy. Now we have to figure it out again. But we are getting actually close. Let's see. This is episode 16, so that'll be 17. So we need 2 more episodes.
Bad.
What? What just happened?
Not next week, but the week after next week, Mortal Kombat movie comes out.
Oh,
Okay. All right. So I was saying we have to do 2 more episodes, and then episode 20, we will bring back the Nerd Wars. We will have another Nerd War episode, and have some good times with that. Yeah, 2-0. 2-0.
Whoa.
There you go. Whoa.
Whatever. 2-0.
It's this. It goes.
So okay. I told you guys I had some movies for sale, so we're going to give you all first crack at them right now. We're just going to run through the list. Now, these are all Blu-rays. Some are new, some are used. They're all in basically perfect shape. Some of
them to me.
Some of the cases are a little scuffy in some cases, but if you want them, you claim them right now. So this is actually sealed because I have multiple copies of this. This is the I'm going to get lots of glare here. This is the Peter Jackson King Kong. Why am I getting all glitchy all of a sudden? What is happening right now?
Blue.
Because it's blue. No, but that's a green screen.
Yeah.
That was weird. Peter Jackson King Kong. This does have the standard edition and the 3-hour edition. So somebody wants that one. That is going to be $8. And it's brand new too. It's never been opened. I have Shawshank Redemption. Boom.
Huh.
Shawshank Redemption.
And
I'm looking to see what the extras are on this particular version. Oh, special features. 2 documentaries, commentary by Frank Darabont. There's a bunch of extras on this one too. Again, I've upgraded all these to Steelbooks, so it's just a matter of these are extras in the collection. So Shawshank Redemption, that's $5. Christmas Story, classic. Christmas Story. This one is got commentary by Peter Billingsley. 20th anniversary. So this was the 20th anniversary version. 20th anniversary documentary. A couple of featurettes. So that'll be $5. Trish wants the Shawshank Redemption. You got it, Trish. I need a pen.
I almost got that one. I thought.
Okay, so Christmas Story is $5. Sky Captain: The World of Tomorrow. I actually somehow have 2 copies of this. If you guys have not seen Sky Captain, you need to do yourself a favor. This is an amazing movie. It is this special collector's edition, so it's got some bonus material on it. This is a fantastic movie. Jude Law, Gwyneth Paltrow, Angelina Jolie. What?
Lens cap.
Yeah, lens cap. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Dude, spoilers. Jesus Christ. So that's $5. Thomas wants that. You got it. Sky Captain. This is the Breakfast Club. This was done for Universal's 100th anniversary.
My favorite movie.
So it's got the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, that one.
Is John Hughes on the commentary? No, because he died.
He
did.
There's a 12-part documentary series with Judd Nelson, Anthony Michael Hall, Ellie Sheedy. Has commentary with Judd Nelson and Michael Hall. I've never actually listened to that commentary. That sounds like it would be awesome.
Well, it's too late because someone's going to buy it now.
I have it on Steelbook. It's on the Steelbook too.
Oh,
so we'll do Breakfast Club. It's literally, guys, it's like brand spanking new. Breakfast Club, that'll be $8. That's a great movie. Star Trek Into Darkness. This is the second one. It's got the slipcase.
Wrath of Khan remake.
Yep.
Yeah. It's not Wrath of Khan. It's just Into Darkness.
Wrath of Khan. It's got Khan.
It does have Khan, but it's not really his wrath. There's not a lot of wrath in it. There's
not a lot of wrath.
It's Star Trek with Khan. Star Trek also Khan is what it is.
The Star Trek experience featuring Khan.
It's with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch.
Right
Cumberbatch.
there.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
I get it.
There you
I
go.
get that.
There you go. So that'll be $8. Star Trek Into Darkness. I do have, this is in a jacked up box, but I have Evil Dead 2.
Claim.
Evil Dead 2. You have this.
Not on Blu-ray.
Oh.
Gotta be fucking kidding me. You really want it?
Well,
You can
who's
claim it if you want it.
how much?
$5.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take it.
And I'm gonna send you that fucking Amity movie that I saw. I'm gonna
Yes.
make you watch it because if I
Damn it.
fucking watched it, you have to watch it.
Damn it. I have to
Well,
find that.
when
David,
he's
I'll send
done,
that- I'll get it
he'll send
so-
it to you,
yeah,
David.
I'll send it
Oh,
to
I
you
gotta see
after I'm
it.
done with that.
I have to see it.
And then, and then we'll do an episode about it.
Yes.
Oh God, help us,
If I
dude!
can find it, I'll see if I can watch it.
It's so bad.
I'll just send it to you after I read it. I mean, I'll watch it.
You read it?
You can read movies.
You we have ET. This was the
Oh.
anniversary edition. I don't know
Hell
what year
yeah.
this came out.
Hell
Probably. So this was
It came
digitally
out
remastered
1982.
from the 35 millimeter as well. So
Is that
Oh.
where the one where they took out the guns and put walkie-talkies in their hands?
I believe this is the first version where they did that. Yes, this is the modified edition. I think.
Oh crap.
Dan
Yeah.
you, Spielberg.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It has the Blu-ray, the DVD, ultraviolet. I really, it has actually deleted scenes in it too. Erica Leniak is the girl that Elliot kisses in this movie. You guys know that? Erica Leniak? Yeah.
No.
Yes. Erica Leniak. Yeah. So ET, that's basically brand new. That's $8. We have X-Men First Class, Blu-ray.
Michael Fassbender as
Yeah.
Magneto.
Yeah,
How's
dude.
the Magnetos?
This is a cool movie. I like this
Kevin
movie.
Bacon.
Yeah.
It is. It's Kevin Bacon. Yeah. Kevin Bacon. So that's $5 for X-Men First Class. And then we have Kick-Ass. This is basically brand new too. What's funny is I got this and
McLovin.
then I they put a steelbook out like 2 months later. I
Oh,
was like,
damn.
you fuckers. So I got the
That's how you
steelbook.
get you.
So we have the regular one. So this is like basically brand new freaking Kick-Ass. That'll be $10. So anybody that's watching, you can comment on those anytime. I know somebody wanted them on the actual post that I made. So if they don't sell in this thread, I will sell them over there to the other guys. But these three are gone. Y'all are get invoiced later on. Jim, yeah, you're gonna get that fucking cursed Amity movie. It's so hard to watch. It's so hard to watch.
I don't know, man. I mean, you're talking to the guy who literally likes Danny McBride movies and likes.
It's
really
not even
bad
that
movies,
good. It's
apparently.
not even Danny McBride good. I mean, it's so bad. You've seen The Room, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and you've seen did you see the parody that they made of it with James Franco?
Yeah. And Dave
That's
Franco.
fucking hilarious. But so
Yeah.
The Room is like so god awful. This Amityville movie is The Room horror. It's the acting is so bad. The lines are so
hi,
bad.
Mark.
100%.
Hi, Mark.
100%. Yes. 100%. Yes.
I did not murder her. I did not.
Ugh.
Oh, hi, doggy.
In my
Amityville.
little pot.
Amityville. Garbage.
Oh, hi, haunted house.
Oh, hi, haunted house.
You don't know how close you are. You don't know how close you
Oh
are.
no.
Oh, I'm excited now.
No.
Oh my god.
Tommy
All right, guys.
Wiseau. You know, I bet you we could get Tommy Wiseau on the show. We
I
ain't doing
good.
wouldn't be able to last. I
it.
would
You don't
be
think? No?
I-
You don't want Tommy Wiseau on here?
No, it's not that I wouldn't want him. I don't think I could handle it. I would
Uh-uh.
be on the floor. This guy is so I mean, I don't think I could do it. Breakfast Club, Thomas, you got it.
He would take
Lord.
over the show. He would.
He would. Oh yeah.
take it and run. He
That's
would.
true. That's true. We wouldn't have to do a whole lot.
Right.
just
It
be
would.
like this.
We wouldn't be. We would be sitting there in awe. But then after a while, it'd be like, hey, all right, like let us say something. It'd be like, let me tell you about the room. James
Sounded
Franco.
just like him.
Did you? There was a James Franco won a award for that movie, and Tommy Wiseau was with him, and he walked up on stage with Franco, and like was like trying to get on the mic, and Franco was like, like get out of here,
Yeah,
like
no,
this
no.
is my time, like
Yeah.
I may be playing you, but this is because it's because of my performance is why we're here, like.
God.
Oh my god. That's funny.
Tommy Wiseau.
That is freaking funny.
Man.
We could ask him about the Joker thing too, because he doesn't like that Joker.
Oh my god! Did you
Remember
ever see that
that?
Joker stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. What are you doing, Tommy?
It's chaos.
My buddy,
chaos.
he actually met Tommy. Tommy was at
Oh, geez.
a movie premiere for one of his movies, and my buddy got him to sign the side of his he's got fucking the screw head from Puppet Master coming out of his chest and Blade.
Oh,
and
wow.
He's got Puppet Master tattoos on his chest. But so right here it says, "I love you, Angus, Tommy Wiseau." And so he signed his body, and then he went to get it tattooed over him. And my buddy was telling me, he goes, "It's gonna be really weird trying to explain to my kids why some other man wrote 'I love you' on my body and I tattooed it." But then I was like, "But it's Tommy Wiseau." I think they would get it once they know who he is.
All they need to do is Google, and they'll figure it out.
Tommy Wiseau, man.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah, I'll really be curious about how you feel about this movie, and then when you're done, just send it to Dave.
Good Lord.
Because everybody has to be cursed. If I saw it, you all have to see it. And what sucks is when I saw the movie, I was like, "Oh, this is cool," and it sounds kind of cool on the back. And I'm like, I didn't know that there were all these new animated Amityville movies. There's like a whole bunch of them.
Oh my god!
And I was like, "Well, shit, let me just get this one." It was like, I don't know, it was like $7. I'm like, "Yeah, just let me buy it." And then I never watched it, and I never watched it, and never watched it. And then finally, I was like, "Oh, I'm going to put that one in tonight." Man.
So wait, so which Amityville is this again?
Yeah,
It's called, it was originally called Amityville Playhouse, and then the movie was changed to Amityville Theater. But, yeah,
that one. Okay.
But it's Amityville Playhouse because it takes place in a playhouse.
Is there any reference to the original Amityville shit, or is it just
anything?
Is it just in Amityville?
It is in Amityville.
That's it. That's all. That's the only connection.
That's it. And you think what's funny is I'll give you just tiny little spoilers. There's a guy in it who's basically coming to Amityville, and he wants to do history on the town. So you're like, oh, okay. So we're going to connect it this way. He's going to go through history and find the stuff. No, all he does is find history on the playhouse. That's it. Nothing connects anywhere else.
So he doesn't find out about the Jaws Island or the house or the vibrator or the
nothing.
All the other Amityville.
There's a vibrator.
Yeah, there's a vibrator. Yeah, Amityville vibrator.
Oh
yes.
My god. The Amityville vibrator.
Yes, that's a real thing.
Brought to you by Totally Rad Comics.
Which one? Oh, Trish, it's called Amityville Theater or potentially Amityville Playhouse. It goes by either title. Yeah. But what I'm really glad is that I didn't just scoop up all of them out of the rack when I was there, because they had 4 or 5 of them, and I'm like, oh shit,
oh my god,
I'm just give them all to me, and I was like, nah, I'm just gonna get the one, and thank God.
What if you picked the worst one out of all of them? What if the other 3 were?
I mean, I might have. It's possible, but I'm really not that enthralled to be running back just yet.
Did you watch Amityville Shark? I keep forgetting.
Amityville Island. Amityville Island.
Is it Amityville Island?
Amityville Island. Yes, Amityville Island.
Okay.
You can't watch it. It's unwatchable.
I gotta watch it.
It's unwatchable.
I'll pour me a deal of whiskey and I'll sit and watch it, and I'll be like, shit, Tom, thank you.
Unwatchable. Santa Jaws is better.
Oh.
Than this. You can watch Santa Jaws. Amityville Island is unwatchable. It's filmed on a phone. Somebody just took their phone out and made a movie.
I mean, you can make some good movies on a phone now.
But they didn't. That's the problem. They didn't. Yeah, no. Amityville Island is no good. It's a no good. It's a 0. It's a no-go. Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, it's a no-go. It's a no-go. Yeah. And I'm assuming that the reason that there was no house stuff is because I think it's MGM would be a real bitch if you decided to mention the house, even though the house is public domain. I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
As long as you don't say Amityville Horror, that's the copyrighted term.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to say, hey, we're in Amityville and there's the house, what are they going to do? It's public domain.
Amityville neighborhood.
Yeah, that's right.
Close to a house you can,
it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yeah. A beautiful day for our neighbor.
Oh, what if it was like Mr. Rogers in the Amityville house?
Exactly.
Like, hello, neighbor.
And
Like,
he's got like flies on him, and he's just like looking at him
Hello,
like, "Well,
neighbor."
hi there. Hello, you."
Come
he
on in.
goes to take off his sweater hanging in the closet, and there's like a someone hanging in the closet, like,
Yeah, just swinging.
oh God, oh, the mailman
Would you like
shows
to
up,
meet
but
my
like it's a
buddy?
ghost of the mailman.
When we're done,
Yeah.
we're way too close. We're way too close to a concept that I came up with. When we're done, I'm going to tell you
God.
about this idea that I had.
Oh God, yes.
All right, guys. That's going to do it for us. Remember, next week it is the Wizard of Oz with special guest Ryan J. Episode 17, baby.
She's only
I can't believe we're doing this many shows, but you guys keep watching. We're going to keep doing them.
Girl, give you love like you've never seen. Wow.
I don't know what happened right there, but we'll see you next week, folks.
It's a song.
Hey
Like, look at it.
guys.